A Arms. I want to talk about A Arms. My opinion on A Arms. That's the hot topic this season because especially for us guys out here, flatlanders, and you know, Eastern Canada in the mountains, they're not getting a lot of snow there. People are saying, you know, oh, these A Arms are breaking. Well, I have my opinion on why they're breaking. I'm going to tell you what I think. And when Skidoo came out with the Rev platform in 03, they had a lot of issues with bent A Arms. People were complaining about them. They're hitting trees, they're bending A Arms. So I believe it was in 04 or 05, but I'm pretty sure it was 04. They used a stronger A Arm, a chromoly A Arm. Maybe they took it off the RS chassis. I'm not quite sure. I don't know all the history on that. But they used a stronger A Arm, and then they started to bend the nuns, even worse. And the bulkhead. The A Arms wouldn't break, but everything else around them would bend or break. So a lot of manufacturers learn from that, and they have a tendency to make A Arms or something sacrificial in the link between the ski and up into the snowmobile. Skidoo with the Raz 2 front end, the spindles have a tendency to break before everything else does. Not a bad thing, it's just you got to replace a spindle when you hit something. If you hit something like the Earth, the planet, something's got to give. The Earth isn't going to give, but your sled is, something on it. You need something that's going to snap off, like in a snowblower when it has a shear pin in it or a shear bolt. If you overload it, something's got to break before something in the transmission breaks. That's just the way it is. That's the way a lot of A Arms are designed. Now this A Arm off my RMK, I bent it the first time out, pretty much my first time out. I hit hard. A lot of people say when they see the video of me hitting that little chunk of frozen dirt that, oh, well, you didn't hit that hard. Well, I was launched off the side. As soon as I hit it, I ended up probably up here like about like this. I was still holding on to that. So it stopped dead on this side and I was up here. So it was hard enough to throw me. Luckily, I was sort of standing on this side. If I'd been in the middle, I'd probably have gone partially over the handlebars. And then I hit about 3 or 4 more after that. So that really did that in. The geometry of the sled was way off. Turning was really weird. The ski was hanging down. Every time I tried to carve, the ski would dip and I'd just plant it and get stuck. But it still got me home. So what'd I do next? I went and I bought a set of Zebros A Arms. These are great A Arms. I put them on the sled, and look at that, I bent one of those too. Well, of course I did. I hit another rock, and I bent them. But they did take a lot of abuse. There's no doubt about it. I took a lot of hits that day. The elbow, this was the bad one last year. It's still kind of bad, but this one here is taking the pounding right now. I've got the brace on there again. But you have to have that sacrificial thing that's going to give when you hit something. And that upper A Arm let go, and it's a really easy replacement. I bought a new one already. We're going to install it. It's only going to take me about 10 or 15 minutes. I do need to press out this ball joint. Everything bends is my point. Something has to bend, and you don't want your front end to break. You don't want your, I guess on the Doos it's the S module, the E module, whatever they are, modules. You don't want that stuff to break. You want the A Arm to go or the spindle or something like that. This is another aftermarket A Arm. This is alternative impact. Yes, I snapped that one too. Go figure. I've got all kinds of video of me just pounding rocks all day. That's our environment here. Low snow riding, especially this year. We only started riding a week and a half, 2 weeks ago. Kind of decent riding. But the snow is really low. And we're climbing rocks and power lines and all that stuff. And you don't have to hit something fast to break them. This is chromoly. Excellent A Arms. That's just the way it goes. I called Zebros. I was right on the side of the hill, and I said, I just broke an A Arm. No problem, Louis. One's in the mail. So that's important when you're dealing with companies, aftermarket A Arms like that they have inventory and they have the ability to ship like next day, because I want to get back on the power lines. I want to get riding, right? So that's my opinion on A Arms. Weak? Meh, I don't know. Keely's hit a whole bunch of rocks with his. He hasn't broken his yet. Me, I just, maybe that's just my luck so far this year. I usually go through about 3 A Arms in a year. This year, still not done riding. I have a feeling I might go through maybe even more. But these did take a good pounding, these Zebros. They take a wicked beating. I'm pretty happy with them. There's no doubt about it. These are the 36-inch stance. I do have a video coming up. It's in edit right now, and it's showing you how I actually install these. Pretty easy to do. You can use it for replacing the stock A Arms as well. These are 39 inches, I believe. 39? Yeah, these are 39 stock, down to 36. Awesome. That's what I have to say about A Arms. Because everybody's talking about them. A Arm breaking, oh my God, these Polarises. You hit something, it was like you're walking, you hit something, it's going to break. It's just the way it is. Yep. Okay. That's all I got to say about that. Now let's get that done.